watch them more. I'm really cautious. I don't let anybody touch them. If I get COVID, what's going to happen to him? I'm frantic.
So far, there's no evidence dogs can transmit the virus to humans, but researchers think it's possible the dogs could touch contaminated surfaces out in the public, then walk those germs through their owner's home. Also, for all you cat owners out there, the study says there's no increased risk in getting COVID-19 by owning any other pets aside from those dogs. Not the news we wanted to hear, though. At the Fox 5 Live desk, Katie Beasley, Ron Elise, back to you.
All right.
Y'all know the difference between a Yankee and a damn Yankee? I'll tell you what, we've got too many damn Yankees in Georgia.
As often as we need to. We need to have stricter controls that allow for challenges to voters who are suspected of not living where they are registered to vote. A simple tightening of the law would give teeth to these challenges and prevent people from voting illegally. These measures will improve the security of our elections, and that should lead to greater public trust. Our first goal is carrying out elections successfully and getting the results right. Our second goal is upholding the people's faith in our democracy by demonstrating the integrity of our process. Thank you for coming out so early today. Take care.
Their elections. You might recall there were some counties where there were some uncounted ballots. Well, he wants to be able to deal with that and have the state play a role in that process. He also wants to change the system to make it easier for the state to update its voting rolls. This has been a pretty controversial thing. The folks from Fair Fight and Stacey Abrams' organization have been fighting with him about these updated voter rolls for quite some time. He wants to make it easier for the state to do that. And then he's got some changes that deal specifically with voters themselves. One, he wants to require a photo ID to vote by absentee ballot. How that would work, he didn't go into, but right now you've got that signature match, which has become controversial. This would do away with the signature match, but replace it with photo IDs. He also wants to allow folks to be able to challenge absentee ballots. In other words, if you think someone is voting, lives out of state, but is still voting here absentee, you would be able to do that. And then the final thing is he wants to require people to vote in the area where they actually live. Very controversially, this deals with provisional ballots, people showing up at the wrong voting location, still able to cast a ballot. It sounds like the Secretary of State would do away with all that if he has his way. As far as the election that just wrapped up, he says he is very confident, though, that the vote that took place is accurate.
Numbers don't lie. As Secretary of State, I believe that the numbers that we have presented today are correct. The numbers reflect the verdict of the people, not a decision by the Secretary of State's office, or of courts, or of either campaigns. I want to do everything I can to build voters' trust in our...
And he says that voters should have the trust that in this particular election that President-elect Joe Biden was, in fact, the winner here in the state of Georgia by a little over 12,000 votes. Obviously, Trump campaign disagrees and are still fighting that decision. It'll be interesting to see what the folks from Stacey Abrams and Fair Fight have to think and say about these changes that the Secretary of State has come up with. You might recall that she has, and they have taken him to court before. There's a good chance they could end up there again. Reporting live from...
I tell you what, all these negative ads that, including Warnock's, the ones about Kelly Lester and stocks, well, she proved that she does not have control over her stocks. But yet, these Democrat candidates want you to believe it. And it's all a bunch of lies. John Ossoff lied about not taking money from corporate PACs as well. Prove you didn't, John Ossoff. Those scooters are on private property, and they do not belong there. Rear of 1050 Ponce de Leon. They need to come and get those scooters. New scooter company hasn't got any idea yet. They can't put these scooters here. This is a building where disabled people live. It is a senior zone. Have them removed today.